Hello dear student, good morning. Today we are taking the arithmetic progression. In this we see NCERT exercise 5.3 part 2nd. So already in first video you see 5.3.1. We have solved the questions of this exercise from 1 to 11. Now we are solving the question number from 11 to 12. So write down the 12. Problem says find the sum of the first 40 positive integers that are divisible by 6. So here we see the total number of terms, that is n equal to 40 positively. So n equal to 40. Number divisible by 6 are variable number which are divisible by 6 are 6, 12, 18 and so on. So here first term a equal to 6 and common difference, that is second term minus first term. So d equal to 12 minus 6, that is 6, n equal to 40 and s 40 we want to find. So using the formula, as you know, the sum of n term of an AP, the formula is given by n by 2 whole into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. That is s 40, n we put as a 40, a as a 6 and d as a also 6. So putting all the values in the equation, the formula, we get s 40 equal to 40 by 2 into 2 into 6 plus 40 minus 1 into 6. So 40 by 2, that is 20, 2 into 6, 12, 40 minus 1, 39. So 20 into 12 plus 39 into 6. So you multiply 39 into 6, which gives you 234. So what we get 20. Now add this 12 plus 234, that is 4 or 2, 6, 3 or 1, 4. 230. Now multiply this 20. So we multiply with 2 first. So 12, 1, 8 or 9 or 4. So this is the required sum. So you can write the answer. The sum of first 40 positive integers divisible by 6 is 492. So in this way we can find the sum of first 40 positive integers which are divisible by 6. Find the sum of first 15 multiples of 8. So here we have to find sum of first 15 multiples of 8. So we can say 8 multiples are 8, 1, 8, 8 into 2, 8 into 3, like this. So you can say multiples of 8 are first 8, then 16, 24 and so on. We find sum of 15 multiples. So here n equal to 15 and we want to find n of 15. Sum of 15 multiples we want to find. So a equal to first term a, common difference also a. So again using formula n by 2 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Now we use n as a 15. So n 15 equal to 15 by 2, 2 into 8 plus n, that is 15 minus 1, b is also 8. So now solving this equation we get the answer. n 15 we want to find 15 by 2, 2 into 8, 16,
15 minus 1, 14 into 2. So this is 15 by 2, 16 plus. Now you can multiply 8 4 the 32, 8 3 11. So 15. Now this can divide by 2. So you can make easily solve. 16 divided by 2 is 112 divided by 2, that is 5 6. So 15 into this add 64. So multiply this, you get the answer. So we get 15 into 64, 9, 16. So what we get? Sum of first 15 multiply. Sum of first 15 multiple of 8 is 9, 16. So in this way, by using the formula of sum of n term of an AP, we can find the sum. Find next problem C, that is find the sum of the whole number between 0 and 50. We have to find whole number between 0 and 50. So we know that whole number are starting from 1 and end with 49. So you can say whole numbers are that is 1, 3, 5, 7, and before 50 that is 49, because 50 is a even number. So we may see here. So here first term is 1 and difference of 3 minus 1, that is 2, and that we want to see first what is the n. How many whole numbers are there between? So here last term or an is given as 40. So first of all we find how many numbers are there, then we can find their sum. So using formula an equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. So here an that is 49, a that is first term 1 plus n we want to find, and d is 2. So 1 transfer to this side, 49 minus 1, n minus 1 into 2. So 48 n minus 1 into 2. Now 2 transfer to this side, so n minus 1 is 48 by 3, that is 30. So 24 plus 1, which is equal to 25. So we can say there are 25 odd numbers between 0 and 50. Now we want to find the sum. Now use formula sum of using Sn equal to n by 2. Now you may write either this formula or second formula can be also used. Why we are using this formula? As you know that first term is given 1 and last term is also we know, and number of terms that also we know. So we may also use this formula. Clear? So as how many terms? That is 25. And 25 by 2, first term 1 and last is 40. So 25 by 2 into 50. So this is 25. So 25 into 25, 6%. So we get the sum of the odd numbers between 0 and 50 is 625. Next we have consider problem. Dear student, this problem related to the application of the sum of n term of any. So you may see here, question part says, a contract on construction job specify a penalty. So this is the condition for the contractor to contract when job. A penalty for delay of completion beyond a certain date. If the work or job is not completed in the given date, then there is a penalty as follows. What penalty? If rupees 200 for the first day. After given date, if work is not completed and it takes 1 day, then it rupees 200. For second day, 250 rupees. Third day, 300 for third day, etc. So the penalty for each succeeding day being rupees 50 more than for preceding day. So there is a process, or we can say a series. Penalty will be increased each day by 50 rupees. Clear? Each day by 50 rupees. So what say? How much money the contractor has to pay as penalty. So total how much money the contractor has to pay as a penalty if he has delayed the work by 30 days. From the given date, if there are 30 days late, then what is the total penalty has to pay by the contractor. So this is very important. So we can say here penalty is given as. So first day it is 200 rupees. Second day 250. Then third day 300 and so on. Up to 30 terms. Why we take 30 terms? Because after given date work is completed 30 days. So there are 30 terms. So you can say here this penalty for an AP. This is an AP. Why? Because difference of each term of 50 rupees. From an AP as 250 minus 200 is equal to 300 minus 250. So form an AP with first term, that is 200, and common difference, that is 50, n equal to 30, and we want to find total money paid as a penalty. So we want to find at 30. Okay? So using formula, using Sn equal to n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into b. So n we can find as 30. So as 30 we want to find n by 2 means 30 by 2. 2 into a. So 2 into 200 plus n again 30 minus 1 into d, that is 50. So now we solve this. 30 by 2, that is 15. 200 into 2, 400. 30 minus 1, 29 into 2. So we get here 15 into 400 plus, this is 0, 9 by the 44, 4 or 14. It may be written as 15 into 1450, that is 1850. So we can multiply this one, then we get the total penalty. Contractor has to pay rupees 27750 as penalty. So that's why this is very important, We can also use this arithmetic as in daily life problems. Next problem C. This is also important word problem. A sum of rupees 700 is given, total money is given, is to be used to give 7 case prizes. This total money 700 to be distributed in the form of a prize, or which is 7 prizes. So number of prizes is also given, total money is given. Of a school for their overall academic performance. These prizes are given to the student of a school for their overall academic performance. Now what if the condition is only one? If each prize is rupees 20 less than its preceding price. Each prize has value at 20 less than preceding. Like suppose first prize is x rupees, then next prize will be x minus 20. Then next will be x minus 20 minus 20 or x minus 40, and so find the value of each of the time. So you can say here solution. Here the cost of price or prices from an AP with S7, sum of all price, that is 7 price, and its money should be 700, n equal to 7, and that first price cost the rupees x, or you can say a, and the first term is a in the mark. Then d will be minus 20. Why did we take 20? Because here first price A1 is A, then second price value is 20 less than period. Clear? A1 minus 20. So if you subtract this minus this, A1 minus 20 minus A1. So A1 cancel, we get minus 20. So we have AP, and we want to find the value of A. Clear? Or A1 minus, so you can say A minus 20. Clear? So using formula, Sn sum of n term, n by 2 to a n minus 1 into d. Yes, Sn means n7, S7, 7 by 2, 2 into a, that we want to find, n is 7, and d is minus 20, because cost of each price is decreased. Clear? So second term minus first term, second term is there. So S7 is already given. We have S7 as 700. So 700 equal to 7 by 2, 2 into a plus 7 minus 1, 6 minus 20. So 700 equal to 7. Now this 2 divide from the bracket value, so easy calculation will be there. That's why we are dividing 2 divide 2. So left is this 2 also divide this. So minus 3 into 20. Now 7 divides to this side. So 700 upon 7 equal to a minus 60. Yes, 7 is in the multiple form, so we transfer this side, that is 700 upon 7 equal to a minus 60. So this is 100, a minus 60. So a equal to 160. So this is the cost of first price. Now question says you have to see find the value of each price. So we want to find the value of each price. So first price, this is the cost of first price or value of first price you can say. Then value of second price. So the question says the value if each price is rupees 20 less than its preceding. So first is 160, then its succeeding will be less than this by 20. So value of the second price is 140, then third price is 120, fourth is 100, then fifth is 80, and sixth is 60, and last that is seventh price value is 40. So in this way you can find the value of the price by using the concept of the arithmetic progression or especially sum of n term of arithmetic progression. Next problem sheet. This is the position based problem. Oh, this is also very helpful for general awareness of the student. So what says in a school, students thought of planting trees. This is the planning for the student planting the trees in and around the school. So in or around the school environment to reduce air pollution. So this is helpful for the awareness toward the environment for the student. That's why this is also important. Now, in how they planted the tree, it was decided that already planning that number of trees. So, how many trees will planted that each section of each class will plant. So, each section of each class, how many plants will be there that will be the same as the class. Like an example say in which they are studying. For example, a section of class first. Suppose first class, one section will plant one tree. A section of class second, so student is also studying in second class. That's why he or she will plant two trees. A section of class third, they plant three trees, and in class 12. So 12th class, one section will plant 12 trees, and there are three sections of each class. So you can say by the given condition, by the given conditions. First of all, we have there are 12 class in the school. There are 12 class. Each class has three sections. Each class has three sections. And number of trees planted by the student is equal to number of class in which he or she studies. He or she studies. So this is per section. This is per section. Per section. Yeah. So like we can say student of first class. For example, you can say a student of first class We may write here more clearly number of trees planted by students of class 4. So now there are three sections and each section student plant one tree. So 1 into 3, that is 3. Similarly, we can say number of trees planted by the student of class 2nd. Now there are number of class, that is 2. So each section student has planted 2 and there are 3 sections. So 2 into 3, 6. Similarly, number of trees planted by a student of class 3rd, that is 3 into 3. 3 sections and each section planted 3 trees, so 9. So up to 12, we can say like after this 12, there are 3 sections and 12, so 36. So we get AP. So this form an AP with the, so you can write here this form an AP with A, that is 3, common difference is also 3, 6 minus 3 or 9 minus 3, and number of terms, that is 12. There are 12 terms from 1 to this, and you have to find S12. So using formula Sn equal to n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So this formula we have to use. So S12 equal to n is 12 by 2, 2 into a, n that is 12 minus 1, and d is 3. So now this value 12 by 2, 6, 3 into 2, 6, plus 12 minus 1, 11, that 11 into 3, that is 33. So 6 into, this is 39. Clear? So you multiply this 4, 18 or 23. So in this way you can get total number of trees will be 2, 3, 4. So this is the application of the arithmetic progression in the general awareness of the student toward the environment. Here students, see next one. Here question says a spiral is made of successive semicircles with center alternative at A and B. So here figure is already given. So we take here spiral at A and B. So what is a spiral is made up of semicircles with center alternating one time A, then B, then A, then B. Like we have semicircle. Now we are starting with center A. So first we take center at A of radius 0.5 centimeter. And radius we take, this is already given 0.5. So we take here radius center at A and radius 0.5. So this is total length 0.5. A is the center and we draw a semicircle. This is first one we draw. Then towards A with center A of radius 0.5. Then 1.0. Now we are taking center at B. Again say center, first time you take alternative semicircle draw. Take center A, radius 0.5, we draw a semicircle. Now we take center at B, radius at 1. 1 means this total. Now this is the radius total. Clear? And center at B, we draw a semicircle. Then again 1.5. Now after this we take center again at the point A. Now radius is 1.5. So this is 1, this is 0.5 more. Then we draw a semicircle like this. Okay. Similarly, now you take a B and radius L 1.5 plus 0.5, that is 2. So this is, you can say 1, this is 1.5, this is 2. So this radius and we draw. So in this way, this is a spiral. It's made up of ends in the figure. So now say what is the total length of such spiral which is made of 13 consecutive semicircles. We are given the 13, like here this is first semicircle, second, third, fourth, fifth, and total 13 semicircles. We want to find the length. Length is here. This is suppose L1, L2, then L3, L4. This is the length of the semicircle. So that is the semi-perimeter of a circle. Clear? So we can say solution write down here by the given figure. Length L1 is the length of semicircle with center at A and radius first is 0.5 centimeter. So suppose this is R1. So R1 equal to 0.5. So L1, that is semi-perimeter of a circle, that is pi R1. So we get pi R1 is 0.5. Now similarly L2 is the length of semicircle with center at B and radius R2, which is given as 1.0 centimeter. Each time 5 is increasing. So L2 will be pi R2 or pi 0.5 and so on. Like this we have. So this is form an AP. Why we have this form an AP? Because each time the radius is increasing by 0.5. Clear? This is 0.5. 0.5, that is 1.0. So total length will be total length of the spiral equal to L equal to L1 plus L2 plus L3. Now how many total semicircle? 13. So L13 will be there. So now put the values. So L, that is sum of all terms, pi R1 plus pi R2 plus pi R3 plus and last will be pi R13. Now you take pi as a common. So R1 plus R2 plus R3 plus R13. So here see L equal to pi. Now if you put the value of R1, that is radius of first semicircle 0.5, second 1.0, third 1.5, fourth 2.5 and so on. So in this way you get the AP. So which form an AP? This is AP. With A equal to 0.5 and R equal to also 0.5 and S equal to 30. So we want to find the sum of 13 term of an AP. So L equal to pi already constant, which is given outside. Now here we use formula of Sn. Yes, so using Sn equal to n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So n means here 13 term, 2 into a means 0.5 plus n again 38 minus 1 and d is 0.5. So you may solve pi, you may take 22 by 7, then n 13 by 2 This is bracket 2 into 0.5 plus 12 into 0.5. So now 2 you can divide those, to cancel out to 6. So finally what we get, that is 22 by 7 into 13 into 0.5 plus 6 into 0.5. So you make calculation easily and you get the answer 13 into 7, 6.5. This is multiplying 6.5 multiplied, that is 3. 6 of 0.5 is 3, 3.5. So 13 into 3.5. So that you can easily calculate, which will give the required answer. So dear student, finally you get the calculation easily you can solve, and that is 143. So total length of the spiral or 13 consecutive semicircle is 143 centimeter. Next is student problem, that is this: 200 logs are stuck in the following manner. So here we are given total 200 logs or block of the, we can say, wood. 200 logs are stuck in the following manner. In the 20 logs in the bottom row. So here condition what we want: 20 logs are in the first row, because first row, or that is bottom row. And then next 90 logs are in the second row. That is next to this one, next row. Similarly, 80 logs are in the third row. So in this way, this form an AP. So this form an AP as follows. How this form an AP? Before 20, then 19, then 18, 17, and so. So now say total logs are given. So here what we are given: first term is 20, common difference second term minus first, that is minus 1. Now total of number of logs are given as 200. Total 200 logs are there. That should be, we have to arrange in rows. So now question says, in how many rows are there? So like here, first, second, third, fourth, how many rows? Means n we want to find. How many rows are here? And also say, how many logs are in nth row? That is an. We want to find both the condition. So first of all, using Sn equal to n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So Sn given as 200, n we want to find 2 into a first 20, n we want to find, and d is minus 1. So 2 multiplied this side, 400, and 40 minus n plus 1. Minus 1 multiplied by n, minus n, minus 1 minus 1 plus 1. So you simplify, n 40 minus 41, n multiplied with n, transfer to this side. So n square minus 41n plus 400 equal to 0. So we get a quadratic equation, that is n square minus 41. So this equation we can solve by squaring the middle term. So taking part here, n square minus, you can say 16 and plus 25. This is also minus plus 400 equal to 0. So n you can take common, n minus 16, here minus 25, then n minus 16 equal to 0. So we have two factors. So either n equal to 25 or n equal to 16. Now we see favorable condition, this value will be favored. So this is the number of terms. Clear? So we may find here an, that last term we have given, suppose a25. If n equal to 25, then a25 will be a plus 24 into b. So a we are taking as first term 20 plus 24 into minus 1. So this is negative. So negative not possible. That's why we can say n equal to 25 is not possible. So our number of rows we put in 16 rows. So here is required number of rows are 16. Now say how many blocks are in last row. So we have to also find a16. So a plus 15, a is 20, 15 into minus 1. So 20 minus 15. So 5. So in last row there are 5. You can say in top rows there are 5 nodes. Yeah? So in this way we can solve all the questions of this exercise, my dear students. So these are very important questions in the point view of the examination. Each examination follow the NCERT, and mainly exercise questions are asked in the important examination. That's why we have solved all these questions. You go through this again and again, then you can easily understand. And if you feel any problem, then you can also contact me. So this is all about today's class. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day and stay connected.